Today I'm going to be going over 4 easy effect ideas that you can use on your music videos. Now we're going to be covering Premiere Pro and After Effects, so make sure you stay all the way to the very end so you cover all bases and learn some new effects that you can use on your music videos. But before we hop into this, if you guys are new to the channel, my name is Jacob and I run the Tiny Tape shop. We sell editing plugins, presets, and a bunch of other assets that you guys can use to level up your music videos, edits, and a bunch of other things. So if you're interested in any of that, it'll be linked down below. But without further ado, let's hop right into this. So we're first going to start off inside of Premiere Pro here. We have Yeet the Bell, banging music video done by my boy Alex. He absolutely snapped. Now this first effect, I like to start off and cut my clips inside of Premiere Pro, but we're going to do this first one inside of After Effects. So we're going to right click on our clip, go over to replace with After Effects composition, and we're going to let that load in. All right, now that we have our clip inside of here, this first effect I'm going to put you guys on is something called time warp. Now this video is in 24 frames per second, but it's going to allow me to slow it down as if it was 60 FPS, 120 FPS. It's really a game-changing effect. So we're gonna go ahead in the effects bar here and search time warp. We're gonna drag and drop that on our clip here. So you guys can see if I go ahead and play it, it's actually gonna take from the earlier parts of the music video because it's at 50% speed. Let's set it to 100 here so we get the full, clip. And then what I'm gonna do is right when he goes to put his arm down, I'm gonna set a keyframe and then go over to, and I'm gonna change this to 10%. So it's gonna, if I press U on my keyboard to reveal the keyframes, it'll look something like this. So depending on how high quality your footage is, sometimes it'll lag like that. But if we go ahead and set it to 50%, so it's still lagging a little bit. So let's go ahead and try it maybe down like right here. So we'll try 50%. There we go. Now we have the slow-mo. And you guys can see it slows right down. And this is great. Like, let's say I want to do set a keyframe right here, and then I'll go to 50% right here. You can then go back up to 100%. And I guarantee when you guys use this on your footage, you're not going to get these weird, you know what I mean? It's just because I downloaded the video from YouTube. And if you add RSMB, it honestly will hide it. We'll go ahead and add that here. And that's really going to cover up kind of the mishaps. But you guys get the point. Super fire effect to be able to slow down footage that is not 24 FPS. So make sure you utilize that on your videos. Next one we have here is going to be inside of Premiere Pro. And let me find a different clip to do it on. So let's do it on this clip right here. I love this kind of stutter effect. Let me show you guys how I go ahead and do it. I've been doing it on a lot of my music videos recently. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the clip. We're going to press C on our keyboard to bring up the cut tool. And I'm going to cut once. And then we're going to go over one frame by clicking on the right arrow key. We're going to cut one more time, and then we're going to press V to go back to our regular move around tool. And then I'm going to hold Option on my keyboard and drag just like so. So we duplicated that clip and clicked and dragged. So just hold Option, click and drag. And you guys can see we get those stutters there. You see it goes back there. And if we want to go close to the end, we get this clip right here. We could bring this one here, bring the stutter here. And then maybe we'll take this clip, bring it towards the end. We'll take this clip, bring it up here. You guys can see we get kind of that stutter glitch effect, and it doesn't look amazing right now, but I guarantee you guys we're gonna go ahead and mess around with it a little bit to make it look even better. So we're gonna create a new layer, hit OK, drag and drop it on, and we're gonna cut it to just the entire area of this clip right here. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna click on it, go into effects, and we're gonna add RSMB one more time, and we're gonna set it this time to 2, and we're gonna hit I on our keyboard, right where this begins, and O where it ends. And then we're gonna go over to sequence and we're gonna render into out. We're gonna let that go ahead and render. And you guys can see when you add that RSMB with those stutters, it makes everything super cool and motion blurred. You can see here. Ignore the first frame. But it's a super clean effect. I think it's really cool to use on music videos and something that's super simple, but also adds, a little bit of variety to the video that you're doing. Moving on to the next one, we're gonna be doing this kind of title card effect. Let me just show you how it works here. So you wanna go into Premiere Pro, find your video clip, take a screenshot of it, and just save it into your computer somewhere, anywhere. Now you're gonna go into Photoshop and then open that exact file right there. And now what you wanna do, this part's actually really, really cool. We're gonna go ahead and basically write out whatever you want. It could be a lyric from the video, it could be the artist's name. I'm just gonna go ahead and write Yeet, and I'm gonna turn the font size up, just like so. You guys can use whatever fonts you want, obviously. Just for the sake of this, I'm actually gonna go ahead and turn this white, just so it's a lot easier to see. And then I'm gonna highlight it again, move them closer together like so, and then I'm gonna stretch it just like this. And I wonder if there's a bolder font I can use. I like this one. Let's go ahead with this. So we're gonna put that right there. And now what we're gonna do is we're actually going to create a new layer, create a whatever color you want background. And then we're gonna hold Command and click on the text for yeet. We're gonna go onto our white layer and then hit delete. If we turn this off, you guys can see, you can just see through to the background there, right? So we have this. So I'm gonna turn off the background image, press Option Command S in Photoshop, save it as a PNG, and we'll just call this text. Hit OK. And then if you bring that exact PNG back into your sequence, you can do some really cool stuff with it. Like you guys can see here, we can put it over the music video. And I love like that just looks so cool in my opinion. And you could do it for different lyrics, parts of the song, etc., etc. Just a super smooth effect that is super cool to do. Now moving on to our next one here and our very, very, very last one. What we're gonna do now is kind of do like these flickers and flashes. I think they add so much texture to videos. So we're gonna drag in an adjustment layer here. We're gonna make it 6 frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, fuck it. We're gonna make it just whatever this amount of frames is. And now what I've realized over time is for my flashes and my flickers, I love to use exposure. I think exposure works better than, I was using brightness and contrast before for the longest time. So we're gonna open up basic correction now that we've set our exposure in here. What I did here is I have a lumetri color tab open. So I just turned it up here. And then when I turn it up here, it automatically shows up inside of my effect control so I can add keyframes. Whereas like see if this is reset, it like isn't in here. And then you see like nothing in here. If I add it a little bit, it pops up inside of here. So that's just my way of doing it. You might have to go ahead and search lumetri color. Anyways, let's go inside of basic correction here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn the exposure up to about like 4, I think. And we're gonna go over 2 keyframes. So we're gonna set a timer for that, go over 2, and then reset it, and maybe do like -2. And then we're literally just gonna copy Control C, Control V, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then if I play this, you guys can see we get these flashes. And that would work really well right here on this part of the transition. You guys can see how much energy that adds. There already is kind of a flash there. You can put it in between 2 clips just like this. Super, super hard. And then as far as it goes for flashes, I know that was like a flicker. For flashes, it's extremely, extremely similar. Go ahead, turn your exposure up, go into basic correction. And we're gonna go to the exact center of this adjustment layer, set a keyframe for exposure, and then we're gonna turn it up to 5. Go to the left twice, and then reset it to 0. And then go to the far right, reset to 0. You can see we have that flash. And if you wanna make it like slower, obviously just move these keyframes over just like so. Or if you wanna make it faster, you can put the keyframes like really, really close together. You could turn this up even higher. You could have these like go negative or something. You can make like a flicker flash where if you move these over like this, you could paste like these 2 flashes here and then paste like that. Totally up to you guys. Mess around with it. But yeah, those are my 3 easy effect ideas that I think you guys would highly benefit from. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. And if you're looking to grab any editing packs and presets, they'll be linked below on my website. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.